Hi, welcome back to the Common Hour. My name is Darius, the founder and CEO of Commonlands, and I'm glad you're here. So, today I wanted to share a milestone for you. So, 2 months ago, we started documenting land and verifying identities in Uganda. 2 months ago, 8 weeks. And today, we have 1,500 plots registered. 1,500 in 8 weeks. I cannot believe how fast that's happened and how quickly the community has adopted Commonlands into their systems. And so let me share my screen with you so we can go over this. All right. So here we are. This is the Commonlands admin dashboard. But here you have it, 1,500 plots. We have 3 claim chains completed, and there will be more very soon. And you can see just right now, just under 44% of our claimants are women, which is huge, Women do not have rights generally in these communities. Yet these communities, because we're focused on village savings and loan organizations that CARE International has been working on that focus on women, we're able to get this number. And so you can see here, we started just at the end of August. We're now just at the end of October. And so 670 or so plots registered in September, and now we have over 811 plots so far in October. And this does not show any signs of slowing down. If anything, this is going to ramp up very quickly because I'm getting contacted from people and organizations from many countries that want to bring Commonlands to their places, and I'll have some announcements coming up soon. But for now, let's focus on our pilot. So you can see, welcome to the Commonlands map, by the way. This is a public map. We haven't really posted it on the website or anything, but you can view this yourself, map.commonlands.org. We're in the process of creating our new website, which is obviously going to feature this map. And so if you are just joining in for the first time, we launched our system in Uganda to pilot it and verify the technology works, which it does. So I'm happy to report that. But I wanted to show you the south of the country first, because this is organic growth. Our pilot is in the north. That's where the majority of our plots and the claim chains are. But I wanted to highlight this section first because these are all claim chains that have formed 100% organically, not with any intervention from Commonlands or an implementation partner. We actually have a professor at the leading university in Uganda, Makere University, who's assigned one of his classes, about 40 students. He's assigned each of them to complete a claim chain to graduate his class. He does real estate and things like that. And so I did a remote training, and they're using our help center and they're documenting plots. And so let's just zoom in real quick, just on, a small area so that you can kind of see how this is happening again organically. And this gives you an idea of how a claim chain starts. So you can see we have plots of land that are not connected, green because they have no disputes. And then you can see here that these white lines are all connecting these plots together. And you have a hub around this plot right here, which is where this is probably started. And my guess is that this is a student at the university. So if we click this plot, what we'll see is that there is one owner of this plot of land. If there were more claimants, you would see those claimants and their associated rights down below. But this particular plot of land has one claimant and it's an owner. And it's been verified. This plot and individual has been verified by 8 other plots surrounding it. Okay. And then you see this claim chain is pending, right? So this is the start of the chain because we're linking the claims together, and 9 have been linked out of 150. And so that's why it's still pending. I'm going to show you in just a minute the completed claim chain so you get an idea of what those look like. But let's zoom out. Let's go look at one other area, random area. Let's find something. All right, so we have a 35 down here. So let's go over here. Okay. So there's a 6 over here. So you can see, again, the beginnings of this. And here we are. So this is another claim chain that's being formed. And you can see that this is also most likely the hub, or this is the hub, and it's most likely a student in that class at Makera because it's starting from there. But you can see that this one plot of land, I bet you it's a building or something like that, has 16 claimants in it. Okay, you have multiple owners and you have some renters and the right of use. And it's been verified by 25 other people or other plots around it. And if you click on one of those plots, you'll see as it loads that this plot has an owner, okay? And it's been referenced by 1. And this claim chain has 26 out of 150 needed, okay? So that's the beginning of what claim chains look like. Now let's look at what a completed claim chain looks like. I'll let this load real quick just so you can see. This is our pilot region, West Nile, just north of Arua. And we have 1,200 plus plots that are registered in our pilot region. It's 5 different parishes in this area centered around Omugo, you can see. I'll zoom in first. This is the first claim chain that was completed, Mvia. And so you can see, look at all of the plots. Look at all of this. This is all done organically by the community. No one has dictated this. They've built it themselves, okay? Using the Commonlands technology in the app. And you can see how much information is captured, okay? Each one of these plots has at least one person, and as we've seen, in some cases, 26 people associated with them, all verified. We're verifying people's phone numbers, and then they take a picture of their face, and that ties their face to the phone number. So even if someone steals their phone number, they can't steal their face. So there's no sense in trying to cheat that system because everything gets cross-verified on our certificate system, which I'll share in another video. So there is no point in faking an identity on this system because it doesn't get you anywhere, okay? And what you see these lines are an individual on this plot. Like, let's focus on this line real quick between this plot and this plot. What this tells us is that an individual on this plot knew one of the individuals on this plot, because the only way that this line forms is if the person on this plot clicks this other plot over here and types in the phone number of someone associated with that plot. Okay. If they do not have the right phone number, which, by the way, good luck trying to guess a phone number on a plot next to yours, right? If it's incorrect, it refuses to allow them to connect. If it is correct, then this other plot gets a notice. The owners on this plot get a notice, and they're told that this other plot over here, it shows the plot, has initiated a connection. And do you know the owner of this plot? And you can reject it, Or if you accept it, it asks you to type in the phone number of that plot. And so in this case, they were able to successfully type in the phone number of that plot. And that's the only way that that link is formed. Now look at all of these links. I'm going to zoom back out again. Look at all of these links that are cross-verifying. If you go in here, look at this. Look at that. Each one of those lines is a cross-verification. Okay. Let's go to some other areas. So the more, it's not only the more plots you have, it's also the number of connections that are made. Look at this. Each one of these is a verification. Super, super difficult to fake this. Okay. This is how much trust gets built. So how quickly trust can be built on Commonlands. Now, it goes one step further. Okay. So now let me just click this claim right here, for example. Not only is it cross-referenced, not only do we have 150 plots complete in this case. So you can see this is a completed claim chain. We have 154 plots out of 150. So you need 150 undisputed plots to unlock a claim chain. And this chain has done that. You can see that it says free and clear because there are no disputes and a certificate has been drafted. That means the owner of this plot, you see it says owner, which has been verified by 9 other plots. There are 9 lines verifying this plot with its neighbors. Okay. When this person logs into their account next time, they are able to get issued their certificate by Commonlands, which is a cryptographic document tied to the blockchain, which is impossible to forge, which will allow this individual to prove that they are, in fact, the claimant, and in this case, the owner of this property. Okay, think about that. So first of all, I have no way of knowing who this person is. I have no idea. Okay, so you see it's grayed out. I have no idea who this person is. When I travel to Uganda, I'm going coming up in November for another exciting milestone. But when I go to Uganda, even if I was in Uganda, let's for a second take a moment. What if I asked you, wherever you are, it actually doesn't matter, wherever you are, if I zoom in on the map and I say, okay, I want you to tell me who owns this plot of land, okay? And you don't have access to Commonlands, okay? How would you go about doing that? Let me just zoom out here and I'm going to go to a plot that hasn't been registered yet. I'm going to go right here. I'm going to say, see this little plot right here? Who owns that? How would you go about doing that? Think about that. There are no addresses here. There is no government registry that tells you who has access to that piece of land. You cannot do it. Not only can you not do it, the people that live in Arua, the nearest city, the bankers, the lenders, anyone, they can't do it either, which is why institutions have not entered into this region to make loans or to do business because it's impossible. It's not impossible, but it is extremely difficult. The way that they do it is they go in person and they knock on doors around and they verify that way. And even that, it can be faked. It's not hard to fake it. Okay. Now, let's take Commonlands. We're trying to identify who has this plot. Okay. Or this person is trying to prove to us that they have this plot. Okay. So this person comes to us and says, I live there. Anyone can do that. And you say, okay, great, prove it. If they didn't have Commonlands, how would they prove that? the same way that we went through before. It would take you a long time to verify that. With Commonlands, all this person has to do now, they go to their account, they get issued their certificate, they can download it, they can take a picture, they can send it via email, they can send it via WhatsApp. It does not matter how it gets to you. When you receive it, you don't even have to trust what you're receiving. It's not just like a certificate, like I give you a passport and then you have to verify the passport. All you do is you scan the QR code from the Commonlands app, which you don't have to have permission to access. And our system goes through and it brings up the certificate that you've scanned. So in this case, this person just issued the certificate and it would show us free and clear. It would give us a picture of this person's face. We would know who they are and we would know their phone number. And then it would tell us the most recent status of the plot. And it would give us information about how to verify this without even having to trust Commonlands on the blockchain. Okay. Can't be faked. The only way that that was drafted and issued was because 150 of these plots were cross-linked with all of this. We call it a trust graph. It's called a trust graph, or we call it a claim chain. Okay. Now, let's say that this person locks that certificate as collateral into a loan, or let's say that this person goes into an agreement with their neighbor about something and they lock the certificate together. Even if this person shared with me the certificate that said free and clear, if then later they went in and they had a default, if I checked that certificate, it would say the certificate you were given is accurate for when it was issued, but it's been superseded by a new document, and it'll give me the new document and it'll show that that person is in default. So it now has a way to demonstrate creditworthiness and transaction history. This is a game changer for these communities. Let me just explore the map a little bit more with you so you can kind of see. I'll show you how some chains are getting started and connected. And then on my next video, I'm going to show you the certificates themselves and what it looks like to verify those. So you can see, look at how organic this is. Not everyone is registering a plot. They will eventually when they see what services come with this and what it enables. But you see that these plots right here, not connected to anything. As soon as they connect, they're part of the chain. Okay. Let's go over here. I'm going to actually show you real quick the first plot that Commonlands registered. So the first meeting I held in this community, well, with the first meeting I had with the local chiefs and land ministers was in this building right here. Then we went and we had a meeting under this mango tree right here. And this was the first VSLAs, Village Savings and Loan Associations. And then right after that meeting, people were lining up to get registered. And we walked over here. This is the first plot ever created on Commonlands. This is when I was there, but you can see it was created August 3. Now, that was created before we started the main effort to actually document land. So remember I said we started end of August. When I was there at the beginning of August, I was doing trainings and talking to people. But you can see August 3 was the first claim, has the date. Right now it's part of a claim chain, 61 of 150. And I know who this owner is because I was there, but you don't know who this owner is. And it'd be very hard for you to find out. But I don't know who the owner of this property is right here, for example. And this is a neighbor. Okay. So let's look. This one was registered October 5th. This we don't even have an owner on this plot. We have someone that has the right to use it, and it's been verified that that person has the right to use that plot by 3 other people. And let me just mention one other thing. All of these claims that you've been seeing, all of these claims, they are all green. Okay. If there was a dispute of any kind, you would see yellow or red. Okay. The reason why these are all green, this is also something that I did not anticipate. The reason why they're all green is because the land ministers and the chiefs in this region are going through the community and resolving disputes before they register the plots on Commonlands. Because not only do they need to document their decisions, which historically has been, crapshoot in the sense that, you resolve a dispute, you try to document it, but the same dispute could come up in a matter of months or years. So not only do they struggle with that, but they also understand that on this system, if they have disputes, first of all, then they can't get issued their certificates because it's much harder to get 150 connected chains without ownership disputes. But in addition to that, it demonstrates to the outside world that this community cannot work together, right? The more disputes a place has, obviously that place is less trustworthy. What this community has done, think about this. What this community has done by working together has shown us, wherever you are, that they can work together, not only to resolve their issues, but to document it securely and use it as a way to demonstrate their trust so that we can do business with them. Okay? This I I'm the founder of the company, so I believe in this. So I know that it comes across as like, oh, I've drank my own Kool-Aid and stuff like that. But I just want you to really take a minute to think about this. How many things will a system like this enable? If you now know that you can verify someone and you can be anywhere in the world and verify someone and their community relationships, and if that relationship or that certificate goes sour for whatever reason, you can verify that and see that. What opportunity is that going to open up? In addition to that, remember, these people are invisible to the world. They're not invisible anymore. In addition to that, remember, 44% of them are women. Really, really amazing what we're about to unlock. And so I'm traveling to Uganda in November. And since we have claim chains now, and since these individuals that are part of a completed claim chain can get certificates issued, our lending partner, Nile Microfinance, and I are going to be issuing our first loans soon, imminently, in a community that has not had outside finance and outside lenders come in, because outside lenders could not do it profitably because the barriers to verify people were too high and costly. We're making real impact as we speak using Web3, and I hope you join us. This is just the beginning, and we have a lot of work to do, but a lot of good is going to come from this. And when I say it, and I mean it, thank you for being here, and thank you for helping us spread the word. I'm not the best marketer in the world, but I don't need to be when I have people, when I can communicate what we're doing and people can help spread the word. And so I hope you join us and spread the word. And thank you.